It all came about from the palliative care unit in the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. They said that there was a group that used to meet every Friday, and do they? And so that's how we all came to come together. Well, my name is Margaret McLaren, and I've been coming here approximately 2 years now, and started off voluntary with the Helix group, doing Mosaics, which I'd never done before, and I've become actually hooked on it.
My name's Norma Chaplain. I live in this area, and I lost my husband 2.5 years ago. And when I heard about the Mosaics for the Helix project, I was interested in Mosaics. I'd never done it before, but I thought I'd come up and join the group, which was very beneficial to me.
My name is Irene Barfoot, and I joined to do the Helix group about 2 years ago. I didn't realise how hard it was going to be at first, but once I got into it, I just couldn't stop. I'm afraid I've become an addict. I love it.
My name's Wendy James. I've been coming now nearly 2 years. I belong to the same group as Irene and Margaret and Norma, and lost my husband too. But I was probably the new one and didn't know anything about mosaics and wasn't very talented, but I'm learning and still learning, and I just love it and I'll never give it up.
I just feel that we never feel alone. We can always ring each other up, and if we want to go down, anyone wants to come, they'll come over and get you shopping, and we've got a lovely group together, and we just want it to continue, and we're all lovely friends, aren't we? We all love each other very much.
Ingo is just so fantastic to us. Like, he's the only male, and he really looks after us ladies. And we even go out, sometimes we even go and have lunch together as a group.
Once I retired, and I was aware of this place because that is the most fantastic facilities for many things. And we used to have management meetings here, and I used to go around and had a look and saw the ceramics work, and they had a kiln. And so I went to the Henley and Grange Art Society and then came here, and ever been here ever since.
When you're married and you have a husband and a family, there's things in life that you think, oh, I would really like to do that. I haven't got the time. Well, then when we all lost our husbands, we suddenly, came to us, and we suddenly realised that we all are quite artistic.
And we can come together as a social group and produce these little wonders, that we didn't think we could achieve. And by doing something together and completing it, you get the inspiration to go on.
We all sort of did things that we thought about. I had a little umbrella with a little pair of yellow welly boots because I had 4 kids, and going to school, they always found every puddle with those yellow welly boots. Every time it was pouring with rain, by the time we got to school, the boots were full of water, So
first one I did a crow's Guernsey, and that was
I should just say that's the football team.
Yes.
Bridget said, see if you can see something which you can convert into a stepping stone which fits into there. And there were a lot of brown leaves and some green leaves from the gums. And so, using a bit of imagination, we were looking for a bug or an animal in it, so we got a lizard in.
I finished the harmony one with the guitar, and that had significant emotional ties for me because of my husband. He always had a guitar, but he never learnt to play it, and he always wanted to learn, but he never got around to doing it. And doing that, I just felt that, that connection. The stone that I'm currently doing now is a picket fence, and talking about memories and going back to your childhood. And I've always loved picket fences with the arbour in the middle, so I attempted to put that onto the mosaics. So
I did a paper that combined from babies to teens and aged, and I was did a book in the middle and said learn, sort of thing. It's a bit fiddly, but anyway, it filled in a lot of time for me when I was feeling really depressed and stressed from losing my husband.
Night times became absolute purgatory to, draw your curtains and and shut out the light, and it was terribly depressing, and we all found the same thing. And this is why, if we'd have had children at home still, there would have at least been something but we had, none of us had that, because our husbands were older, of course, and our children had left home.
You feel, you know, what your world's come to an end.
And the thing is, family are really good. Family, my family have been very, very good to me, but at the same time they still, because they're not going through it themselves, whereas these ladies are going through it, so they know exactly where I'm coming from.
Anybody who is depressed and lonely, they have to get out and find these kind of groups so that they can continue on in their life. Otherwise they're just going to end up being so depressed, and then they're on tablets and probably for the rest of their lives if they don't, you know.
Build each other up, don't we? We have a whinge, you know, about one thing and another, and then it's not so bad then, you know, once you've had a...
No, the government should continue helping all these groups to continue on, because they're helping the health of the people by doing it. If they don't pay for it in that way, they're going to be paying for it in nursing homes or doctors.
Sick,
they're getting sick and not being able to carry on.
I think we found a subject which we can do even into old age. So there's no limitation at the speed you do it. You can leave it, you can come back to it. And so therefore the base of the friendship we have, supporting each other, Mosaic is a medium which is very suitable to do for as long as you like. And you cannot praise high enough the parks for the facilities we have. It would be a shame if they ever get lost. They're so unique in this state.
We sing the praises of this place here as we have it now to everyone that we come in contact with.
It's no good, of course.
No.
It's coming down, so...
Changes can be very positive, but in this case we are going to be put in an area which will not have the same space, the same light and the same facilities as it has now. We will have to wait and see.
We've vowed to continue on regardless,
we have.
somewhere, or if we're not happy, but
Someone's shed or something.
we want to do this to keep
And
on
I think that
as
being
long
a
as
group
we
too,
all
it
can.
has given us the incentives, you know, since our husbands died. If it hadn't been for something like this, and it gives you the incentive and the get up and go in the morning. You know, you can get up and get dressed and say, "Oh, I'm going to Mosaic today," and you know, you don't mind getting out of bed. But those mornings when you have nothing to do, when you're on your own, it's terribly easy just to sit and think, well, you know, I'm not going to do anything today, I won't bother to get dressed. If only they knew the actual workings of the place, the actual community, what actually goes on in here. It isn't just coming here to paint or to do a bit of mosaic, and that doesn't matter, or a bit of pottery. It's just the whole community. It's being together, isn't it? And I don't think they don't realise that it keeps you alive and fit and going and moving. Yeah. And if it wasn't for this, we could all be very sick and be on the government, you know, and having nurses coming in and out of the house and things.
To know that you can come out and be with a group of people who understand you, you can talk and say what you like, and, you know, they give you inspiration, they give you help in all different ways, and that's where it's therapeutic as far as I'm concerned.
And you kind of totally switch off.
You do. You lose yourself.
You just switch off.
You forget all your worries.
It's like another world.
It is another world.
Well, it is, and the reason I think for that is because when you do tiling, and you have to do it in mosaics, you have to do different shapes. But one, you know, you start off with one piece that they have to fit. And so you've got to really concentrate to get that shape, haven't you? So really, you know, your whole focus goes on, well, I want a nice square bit in here, or I want a triangle piece in there, and you're looking in your own, you have to, and of course you break your tile to start, and then you have to look for that piece, and it's so absorbing. The hours go before you realise that you know, you've been here so long, because, and then you see it taking shape and all that colour, and you think, oh, I've done that, that's really lovely, and you get really excited about it.
It can be very frustrating too.
Oh, yeah, when you can't get the shape to
when you
fit,
get you,
know.
you get a bit
Then
almost
it
perfect.
will not
you
go
think,
in,
snip
and
this bit off, and then it cracks, and
yes,
that's the
and then
end
you've
of
got to
it.
find another piece. I'm
But if
afraid.
you were home on your own doing that, you'd probably throw it in a corner
Oh,
and say,
that's
I'm not
right,
doing
right.
anymore.
That's
But
it.
when you're together, you just have a laugh.
You'll be miserable,
and say,
but when you're in a group, you
yeah,
just carry on.
totally different.
If you can't do something, you don't have to be afraid of going to say to Irene or Norma or Inga or anyone, you know, what am I doing wrong? Because I'll tell you. You know, and that's very important to me, because that's where I'm going to learn.
And it's marvellous here, really. It's not just a place just to come and do something. It's a whole, well, it's life, isn't it? It's the life within.